But my question is, who gave Donald Trump that intelligence? I'm not blaming Trump. I'm not blaming Caroline Leavitt. They are probably giving us an honest assessment from where they sit. My question is the motive and who is behind the intel. Also, Mike Johnson today said something that perked my interest.
Where Joe Kent is getting his information, but he wasn't in those briefings clearly because the Secretary of State, the Secretary of War, and everyone, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Kane, they had exquisite intelligence that we understood that this was a serious moment for us. Had the president waited, I am personally convinced that we would have mass casualties of Americans.
Joe Kent wasn't in that briefing? I mean, why? If Iran was an imminent threat, why was the director of the National Counterterrorism Center not in a briefing about preemptively striking the imminent threat of the #1 state sponsor of terror? Here's the question, though. I believe that Trump made and will make the right decision based on information that he was given. I think he always will. That's why I voted for him 3 times. Mike Johnson probably is doing the same, but there is clearly a gap and a difference between what Joe seems to conclude based on the intel he has seen and what Mike Johnson and the president are being briefed on. How did that gap get there, and who is responsible for that gap? Is the president, the Speaker of the House, and others not being given fully accurate information? I mean, it's happened before.
Intelligence gathered by this and other governments leaves no doubt that the Iraqi regime continues to possess and conceal some of the most lethal weapons ever devised.
Weapons of mass destruction, huh? And after 20 years, I spent 10 in and out of that whole region, trillions of dollars, thousands of American lives, we found approximately 0 WMDs, making my point. Did the intel community feed the highest levels of our government false information to make decisions to do certain things? Did they also feed it to us to believe certain things? You bet they did. You remember Operation Northwoods? That was thankfully squashed and got the chairman of the Joint Chiefs fired. Had a plan to bomb our own military bases during the Cold War to blame the Cuban regime or the 51 former intel officials, many earlier in their career that went on alongside with that WMD talking point, who backed the false intel reports that the Hunter Biden laptop was not real. Turned out it was. The same ones that said Trump was a Russian asset that knew it was bad, partisan, and single-sourced intel, but was funneled to the top levels of the same intel community to spend $54 million investigating Trump for something that they all knew was complete BS. The same intel community that employed Peter Strzok, who promised his side piece, Lisa Page, that they would, quote, stop Trump from becoming president. Or this intel community.
You take on the intelligence community, they have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you. So even for a practical, supposedly hard-nosed businessman, he's being really dumb to do this.
So is it a bridge too far to at least give consideration that Joe Kent might have thought the president was not getting all the correct info, and that's why he did this? I don't know, but I'm asking the question because something ain't lining up. He didn't do it for fame, because I called him this morning, and he's not doing any media right now. So before the internet and all the foreign policy experts on Twitter weigh in, have we considered all these things? I think the duration of this conflict and the next few weeks will determine some of these answers.
He loves the Constitution. He fights for what's right. He hates the bad guys. He's a freedom warrior. He's your freedom warrior. Watch Carl Higbie every weekday on Newsmax.